All right, everybody, it is June 21st, 2024, and this is Let's Sew with O-Minoo, and O-Friends, and we welcome everybody for coming tonight. Glad to see you. Let me take this off. I think it's off. Anyways, of course, I'm Ron Halbert from Orlando, Florida. I started started in Onpassive December 14th of 2020, and been going like a train ever since. And I have my beautiful co-host here, O-Minoo from Portland, Oregon. Say hi, Minnow. Can you unmute?
Hello, everybody.
Okay, good. All righty. Tonight's topic, I thought about this for a couple hours when Minnow said, "What's their topic?" I said, "Hell, I don't know." But then I got thinking about, Ash is telling it's coming. It's coming. Marty's been telling it's coming. Chris says it's coming. And I think we're finally in that last mile stretch. So thought it would be a good topic of The Train is Coming. I was going to first play Johnny Cash's The Train is Coming, but I didn't think we were all going to Folsom Prison. So I changed it up to the one we played. I hope you enjoyed it. So my feelings are I can't wait for this train to hit the metro station. It's been a long ride. It's been a long time. We've been through many trials and tribulations. Not as many as Mr. McFarland has, but it wears on all of us. Okay, because we've all been waiting. Some of you 5 years, some of you 3 years, some of you 4 years, and but I think it's going to be worth the wait, and I don't think you're going to be upset that you waited. I think you're going to be very surprised when you look in your account one day. Like Marty says, you're going to be looking in your account and wonder where in the heck did this come from? Or, I don't know you people, because that's just the way the organization is going to be built. Everybody's going to benefit from what Mr. McFarland's put together. He has been very successful, as everybody knows, putting things together for other companies in the past. And I think he's going to outdo himself with the Onpassive platform. So I'm ready for the train. I'm ready to get on. I'm really ready to get on any train that comes along, really, right now. But that's besides the point. So let's start it out with talking to people about what they think about their train is coming and what kind of train is coming for them. So let's start with my co-host,
Thank you, Ron. So I was thinking when shifting our focus from what we can get to what we can give, something magical happens. We begin to experience a sense of fulfillment that is deeply satisfying and feeds our souls on a level we never thought possible. There is a sense of anticipation in the air, a feeling that something wonderful is on its way. Just as the distant sound of a train signals its approach, so too does the promise of good news draw near. Each moment is a step closer to new opportunities and brighter horizons. Hold on to hope, for the train of positivity and progress is about to arrive, bringing with it a cargo of joy, success, and fulfillment. Expecting good news have profound positive effects on the brain and on overall well-being. Anticipating positive events triggers the release of dopamine, which is a neurotransmitter associated with pleasure and reward. This not only enhances mood, but also motivates individuals to pursue goals. Positive expectations can lower the production of stress hormone like cortisol. This helps in reducing anxiety and creating a sense of calm and well-being. It enhances cognitive function, such as memory, problem solving, and decision making. Expecting good news generates positive energy, feeling of joy, love, and contentment, creating more uplifting and vibrant life experience. Each moment is a step closer to new opportunities and brighter horizon. Hold on to hope. Stay engaged. Stay in love with Onpassive. Thank you.
Thank you. That was beautiful. Beautiful. In other words, the train's coming. You better stay on the track if you want to get to the goal line. So there is a lady on here that we haven't seen in so long. Her beautiful face. The teenage Miss Dr. Lisa Lee. What do you got to say there, Lisa Lee?
Hello, everybody. I have truly missed you all. I swear I've missed you all. What have I got to say? Every time I am with my family, I am always happy. And anytime I see your faces, I just get excited. We are, I think, like Manu and Ron said, we're at the end of the track, and the train is definitely pulling into the station, and I am excited for what's to come and what's expected. And just like everybody, we're excited for good news always. I don't have much to say. I've been just plugging away and getting over something, which I don't know was something going around in Jacksonville, and I caught it. So I'm happy that I can be on here tonight, and hopefully I won't lose my voice in the process. But like I said, it's always good to be with family, and it's always good to be welcomed back home. So thank you.
Thank you. Well, you're welcome to Orlando, but you can keep whatever you got in Jackson. Okay?
I understand.
It's really great to see you. I'm glad you joined us tonight. It's been a long time. I hope everything you got going is going great. So let's go to Australia with Miss Norell.
Oh, here I am. Hello, everyone. Lovely to see you all. Hi, Lisa. Lovely to see you too. And back. I've been away for a little bit myself. I hear the train are coming. It's coming down the track. I'm just going to take you to a little story. When I was younger, I grew up in the country, good old country girl. When I got married at a very young age, I moved to the city, which was Brisbane. Now, I got a job in the city, but I lived about an hour out of the city by train. Now, back then, they used to be called red rattlers. You may have, or you may know them as something different in different countries, but they were red rattlers. And that's exactly what they did. They rattled down the train track. They were red. You went in, no doors, you had to open it yourself. You went into a passageway. People sat either side. If there was no sitting space, you stood. So you can imagine what was going on in there. And you hope that the window or the handle on the door would open, and that if it didn't, that the window above the door would come down so that you could open it from the outside to get out. Otherwise, you were going on another train trip to another station. Now, I know that's not very relevant to this, but it is for me, because progress has it that we now no longer pull up to a train station, or a train pulls into the station that's red and rattles, run by coal or whatever it was back then. And that shows my age. Today we have electric trains, we have bullet trains, we have trains that pull up and the doors open automatically for you. And yes, you still have to stand and you still have to put up with people being in close proximity to you. But without progress, we wouldn't be where we are today. So it does relate to Onpassive. If we stayed back where we were and we had those old red rattlers that did not go very fast, it used to take me an hour via that train to get into work and an hour home in the afternoon. Now those electric trains probably take somewhere around 30 to 40 minutes to do the same trip. So I hear it coming down the track. With the old red rattlers, they were probably noisy enough that you could hear them coming down the track, but the new electric ones are different. So where do we progress from here? You know, we see Onpassive, we've been on the journey. Many of us have been on those, you know, slow times where we feel that there hasn't been progress, that we feel that it's been stagnant in a sense. So, you know, maybe like the old cargo trains where they're so slow that they barely move, but there's a lot of screeching going on when they come past your place or past your town. So what sort of screeching has been happening is those who don't plug in, those who don't believe, those who don't have the faith, as Manu had said about having the faith and keeping the hope alive, you know, by coming on and being here in webinars whenever you can, is something to me that has benefited me over here in Australia, to be able to be a part of something that I never thought would happen in my life. So I feel like I'm the conductor of my train, and I feel everyone should take that cap, just as Ron has on, and be the conductor of your own train. You are the driver. How many passengers you bring on, it doesn't really matter, because you're going forward. You never really see a train go back unless it's hooking up to bring on other carriages. So be the conductor, you know, be the brave person who stands up and says, I'm here, I'm going to bring myself forward and keep up with what's going on. Be alert, you know, stay connected. I love what Marty and Chris are doing in shining the light on others. I think that's hugely important right now, because there are many, and I see them too, you know, daily I see somebody different and I think, oh, I haven't seen that name before. But they're starting to come out. So they're starting to become the conductor. Where they were the passengers on the train, they're moving up to the front to be the conductor of their own train, their own business. So thank you, Manu and Ron, for allowing me to speak today. I don't know whether that was of any benefit, but I love being here.
Always relevant. Thank you.
It was great. Thank you. Hey, listen, folks, I don't want to be rude, but I got some issues going on, so I'm going to let Minnow and Marty and Chris take over for me. Just remember, I love you guys, and I'll be here, but I'm going off camera. Thanks.
All right, Ron, take care. All right, so I was reading some quotes from an inspirational speaker, and Brian Tracy. I don't know if anybody knows about him, but he says transformation doesn't happen in isolation. It happens through connection, through engagement with the world around us. I was listening to Mike Ellis earlier, and one of the things that he said was promising. Said when everything gets started, Marty and him and other super leaders would produce videos, instructional training videos, full of ideas how to run your business and still stay within the limits of and boundaries of ethical and legal measures. So that's great. That's promising. So Marty, I'm going to let you take over.
You're going to do what?
Oh, would you like to speak to The Train is Coming?
Oh, okay. I thought you said I'm going to mute you. I said I'm already muted. What the heck? Anyway, yeah, I mean, obviously the train is coming. It's been on a course to hit volume 2 of Onpassive, and it's going to hit it big. When I got in here 5.5 years ago, I didn't know. I wanted to talk to Ash because I need to know who's running this, whatever it was. Because any business I was in with Mike and Dan, I would go immediately or as soon as I could, and I would try to find who is the guy running the ship. And in every case, I found out. And I never, in my 15 years before Onpassive, and I've been here 5.5, I never got the 100% great feeling. I got feelings that were, okay, I think we can do this, but it was never. And then when Ash first talked to us, I went, oh, wow, this is something different. And a lot of times you go by, you can call it gut feeling or whatever you want to call it. I think it was more than that. And I had that feeling like, this is what you've been looking for. And 25, 30 years is a long time to look for something. When we were doing the marketing, like I said, you've heard my story. I'm going to try to cut to it, but you know I have a big mouth, so I'll do the best I can. Bite me, Chris. Anyway, what it was is as we were going, every so much amount of time, you realize there's something you didn't know. So we go, okay, we have to learn this. And, so we would learn how to do it or whatever we had to do. And you get past that hurdle and you go, wow, this is pretty cool. But time's going by. And then you get to the next hurdle and all of a sudden the company dies. Whatever it is you were in, it's already gone. So whenever you worked up to that point, yeah, you remember up to that, but, you need something to build on. So I would look around for something else. And I thought, well, I've learned I'm not going to go in a company like that again. And we did it again. And we get another company and we know that we got to get moving quicker. I don't have to learn what I did. I need to add to it. But that went on and on and on. And always the company would die or something would happen, payment process or whatever. And these companies, I'm telling you, wouldn't make the pimple on passes behind, okay? That's about as elegant as I can think of. But then we got to the point where we know what it is. We got to learn how to drive our own traffic. I don't want to pay for it. I don't want to get solo ads. And we got where we could do it. And that was the big day. I mean, an ad went through and people are coming in for under $1 a lead and signups are coming and whatever business it was. And Dan had money, so I used every bit I could, and we started bringing people in. We built teams. Then there was that last rock there, and I said, well, we got to turn this over. What are we doing? Flip it over, and what we found out is we can't bring anybody with us. I went, well, I'll just show them what I'm doing. Took me 10 years, full time. How in the heck am I going to show somebody, a single mom, a husband, and they're working 1 or 2 jobs? They're not going to have 10 hours a day. And I thought, wait a minute. So we can make it, but everybody we bring in, I don't want a relationship with them because I know they won't be around that long. That's a horrible business concept. To know that people you bring in, hey, yeah, how you doing? How you doing? They're going to be gone in 30 days. Maybe 60 if you can sucker them into playing a couple auto payments. Now I'm really discouraged. Why? Because what I thought in 2004, now here we are in 2019, and I'm thinking, now we got to find a company that's fair, and everybody gets the same pitch. They get the same ball. They get the same bat. They get the same everything. They're on the field. I'm thinking, well, freak, we haven't found anybody in 15 years. How are we going to, maybe they don't exist. Maybe I was wishful thinking because we got to find something where everybody can win. And then boom, right? No kidding. Conversation was actually at the point where I said to Mike and Dan, I don't know if I'm going to do this. I can't imagine going into another company, spending months and months branding that company, changing our name, bringing people in only to find out either they die in 90 days, you got an auto ship, and I have to get people in that I know 9 out of 10 of them are going to fail. Statistics don't lie. Numbers don't lie. You like numbers? That's a number for you. It's fact. Well, then we figure, well, we could shovel quicker than the dirt falls back in the hole. Now that's calling people just an item. If I could shovel quick enough, the 10 people, number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, if 9 of them quit and I bring in 11, I'm 1 ahead. If the next month 9 quit, now I'm 3 ahead. What kind of freaking business concept is that? Could we have done it? Yeah, but I couldn't do it. And Mike didn't want to do it. And Dan, we didn't know until we got to that level. Then we're thinking, well, we haven't met a company yet. We've been through 50 of them where the company is thinking about everyone. And along comes Onpassive. So Peter Rogers, why did I go to Peter Rogers? It all goes back to trust. Oh, I trust Peter. He's not going to he's not going to try to sell me something. He's going to tell me what it is. It is, it isn't. And he did. I listened, I said $97. Actually, I thought it was 9,700, but I mean, or 950, whatever. But I got in, we did it. And the point is, what I want to make is the train coming that day, or within 5 months, I met Ash and talked to him. He's probably wishing that never happened. I talk to him all the time. But anyway, that happened. And I realized maybe 6 months into 2019, oh my God, our efforts can indirectly help everybody we touch. This is what we've been looking for. Go make a web page, go make a group called Onpassive Nation. And we started slamming it because I knew whatever we did, indirectly, it's going to help someone else. And I said, what's going to make the company strong for us? And I looked at the company as me, Mike, and Dan. Onpassive was the mothership. And we started building inside this bubble. And if we treat people right, we bring them into Onpassive Nation, we talk to them, help them what we can. I started a solo thing where people could add into it, whatever. It doesn't matter. But we did all that. And it got bigger and bigger and bigger. And Mr. Mufara came talking to us. I like what you're doing. Actually, the image at the top of Onpassive Nation was made by the tech team 5 years ago, whatever tech team that was. I don't think it's the one we have now. And then the rest of you guys know. But I want to tell you, I thought all the way up till 4 months ago, we're about to see something that is going to blow us all away. And I was wrong. It's even bigger than that. I'm not kidding. I believe, forget where you start. Forget how much, if you make $500 the first day or first time you paid $100, just imagine that'll be the lowest amount you ever made. And it could possibly double every month for months and months and years to come. And I want to tell you about compounding. If you take $100, double it every month for 12 months, you'll be sitting pretty. Trust me. And I believe, and I wouldn't say it if I didn't mean it, Amazon created 40,000 millionaires. That will be a joke at Onpassive. I believe they'll create 500,000 or 600,000 millionaires. I really believe that. I believe we will be $1 trillion company. I believe now we will be the biggest company on the planet. So no matter what we're going through, I feel Ron's pain. If you looked up broke in the dictionary, you'd see my big head. We are broke. But I know what's coming. And if I'm wrong, it's still bigger than anything we could imagine. That's fact. And if you're thinking of a number and you're thinking what would make you happy, you're wrong. It could be much, much more. Much, much more. Because I know with Onpassive, just O-Connect now. And by the way, O-Connect is great. It's not good enough for us. So once you have that, where are we going? What has he done in the last 6 months? We don't know. But we're about to find out. I believe that. So hold on to everything you got, because I believe we're going to be, people wake up with tears in their eyes of what they have, really. And I think these countries that live off $100 a month or $20 a month, some ridiculous amount, getting $400 or $500 in a wallet, up to 1,000, 2,000, 5,000. And you take countries like Africa, who are family oriented anyway. I think America was more that way years ago, but when you have nothing, you tend to get together as a family and make it with what you have as a team. I think it's going to change the world. I really, really do. I believe the struggle that Ask Rufara had, if you heard it, it would make you sick to your stomach. No matter how bad we have it, I guarantee, not only is the company bigger than anything you could imagine, so is the crap he puts up with. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. And why does he do it? For everybody on the screen and everybody that's not here. And that's a beautiful thing. But I'm telling you, don't stop worrying about what number and this, because income will not be on your mind when this gets rolling. It will be, what do I want to do? Who do I want to help? Where do I want to go? Where am I going to park this new vet? That's what you're going to be thinking about. Where am I going to meet people on the trip? Where are we going to go? You know, the last part of our lives, a lot of us are 50, 60, whatever, could be the best time of our life. We need to take the ride. I also want to emphasize something else. I don't care who wrote it, who typed it, whoever it was. And if they even have Onpassive in the name and all, that's okay. If it didn't come from Ask Rufara and it wasn't on that pop-up in the back office, it doesn't mean squat to us. Maybe indirectly down the road, it's a big deal, but don't focus on that. If Ask says it, it's for us. If Ask posts it, it's for us. We talked about the last couple of times. Sounds like things are going. We're going to hear the rest of that story, and when we do, I think be ready. I think one day we sit in a living room and hear the real story of the journey that he took. That will be a motion picture hit, trust me. So, anyway.
Thank you. Thank you, Marty. You know, one other thing that Mike Ellis this morning said was quoting, "Calm seas do not make good sailors. The challenges we face are simply opportunities for growth and learning, for becoming the person we are meant to be. Our computer skills have improved. Our vocabularies, technical vocabularies have been expanded. We learn from each other's experiences, and we have expanded our insight on how to look, just panoramic view at things. I personally learned to look beyond myself. So those are the things. The journey is paved by challenges and sabotages, but it also involves excitement and joy. And with that, we go to Marcian. What do you think? The train is coming.
Wow, thank you, Mino. And you make me go after Maddie. I don't know what I'm going to say. Hello, everyone. And yeah, the train is coming. You know, I personally, I am going to, let me say it, focusing more about the people that they are not in the train yet. You know, we have this train that is coming. All of us here have a ticket. We have a seat in the train. What about our neighbor? What about our colleague? What about our sister? About our friends that they don't have the ticket yet? How do we approach them? Telling them that, look, There's a train that is going to be passing, and he will take people along where he's going, and I want you to be in. I think that's what I'm trying to do now. I'm not really forcing anybody to come, but spreading the news and telling people something big is on the way coming. Something very huge is going to be in the internet very soon. It started some times ago. We were so fortunate to have that first ticket to come in, but luckily they still have some ticket. They still have, it's unlimited. The seat is so big as that if you just train have to pass by your door and being empty when he's passing around your neighborhood, that's not good. That's not fair for you, because you coming in, you don't have to pay to have this ticket. It really is free. But when you come in, you will never get out from that train empty-handed. And that's one thing that we have to really thank our CEO for that. Because where around the world are you going to see somebody giving you a free ride? And while you are in the free ride, not only that they give you a golden seat, they always give you something to drink or something to eat. And at the same time, they might even give you something to take care of the people around you. This is what the Onpassive train is going to be doing to us. And we have to really cherish it. We have to take it out and let people know that this is real. It's true. And 4 years ago, which is going to be on the 30th of this month, is going to be exactly 4 years that I got my golden ticket. I am so happy that I grabbed that ticket without seeing anything. I mean, then we were just by the well of trust. Still, today, we're still trusting. But are we just only trusting? We are seeing it. We are seeing, we are not talking on our own platform. This is O-Connect. The beautiful O-Connect that we are using now is a product of this trend that is coming. It's a part of something that is coming on the way. We are going to be all seated in this unlimited home that is going to take us somewhere. So my focusing now is, where are all my people? Why are you not in? What is holding you? What is making you don't thinking that you are going to be away from this trend? And let me tell you something, you that are listening to me now, who are going to be listening some years to come. This train is free. And if you don't commit because I told you you don't trust me, you like it or not, you are going to ride in this train, because this is the only train that is going to be in the online at some point. This train is coming to take off. He's coming to own the internet with all the beauty that he had. You cannot and you will not get away from it. So it's better for you that are listening now to find her, to join us, and let us alone go away with this train. Then while you are in, you will be bringing other people in. You will not let them fall. You will not let them mislead their way. This is the only place that when you come in this train that is passing around your door, around your neighborhood, when you are in this train, you will never fail. Nobody is going to tell you, because I came before you, I have the golden seat and you don't. No. You might come after me and I will learn from you, because this is the place that when you have a seat in, you learn from each other. We take people along with us. We learn different culture. We learn different way of talking. We learn the way of living together. We become family. And you see that your life will change just like mine have changed, because I'm a product, I'm a witness, I'm enjoying it. My life is not the same since I got this golden ticket 4 years ago. I want you that is listening to me to do the same. Thank you, Minoo, for having me. I'm not going to be singing too much tonight. Thank you.
Beautiful, beautiful as always. You know, you're so fluent with your words, Marcian. Is somebody whispering it in your ear as you say? Because it just flows. Good for you.
If I have to say something, this is what we are talking about tonight. This is, I can just take about me. I used to be a very shy person 4 years ago. I will come into the webinar and make sure that nobody knows that I'm in. I will be hiding. I have a passion. I love to dance. I used to go to so many parties, but when I'm dancing, I go to the bathroom and hide myself. But what did I do? 4 years today, I make sure that the whole world know what I love, dancing. Why? Because this trend that we are in is letting you be who you are. It's telling you that nothing can stop you from being who you are. It's telling you that, listen, you can go further and further. It's telling you that the sky is not your limit, because after that sky, you can create your own limit. This is what this trend is telling us. This trend that we are waiting and that is going to be passing by our front door is telling us that you don't have to miss it, because you that are listening to me have something that somebody else did not have. You don't have to do what I'm doing, but you might have something that I don't, and I want to learn it from you. I want you to be part of it so that I can see what you are doing. That's why we are all here. That's why every night we come along. That's why Maddie and Chris, they have bring something that they call it shining light on other people. I am glad that my light has been shined by this opportunity of the trend that I got. And I want every other person that they are out there to come and get their own light shine, to come and let the whole world know that this place is supposed to be a beautiful place to be, not a place of competition, not a place of I am this or I am that, because you have something that somebody else does not have. And the trend of Onpassive is here to bring that to us. It's here to unlock that in our heart. It's here to take it out from we and give it to the whole world. That's why every time I say it, it just fluently come out.
And coming from your heart.
Thank you.
So putting a shy introvert person on the just right platform that provides help to grow to your potential and stretch beyond. Great job, Marcia. But I hear that almost everybody has been trusting somebody and respecting somebody and following into Onpassive. That's beautiful. Our lifestyle changes, and those people that you talk about, that where are they? How come they're not engaged? Pretty soon, our lifestyle will be a testimonial to them, and they will follow us and they will join. It's just a matter of time. Thank you. With that, let's go to Eric. Eric, would you speak to The Train is Coming?
Yeah. Excuse me. Years ago, I had this destination in mind where I wanted to be. It was a destination of prosperity. It was a destination of having a better home, a better lifestyle, being able to travel, giving to certain charities that I want. And so I saw this train and I jumped on it. Jumped on it hard. I lived on that train. And then a little bit down the road, every month I had to pay a certain amount of money to stay on that train. And after a while, I couldn't afford it. So I had to get off the train. And still my heart was aching because I wanted to make this destination, right? So time would go by, and then the urge would just get big again, and I had to do something. So I saw another train. I jumped on it. Worked it hard, spent a lot of money. Same thing. Had to pay something every month. Had to get off the train. I couldn't eat on the train. I couldn't sleep on the train. I couldn't drink on the train because I couldn't afford it. But I saw all these other people living in these nice train cars, living the high life. New cars, trips, everything, and I wanted that lifestyle. So I had to get off that train, and I let time go, another year, 2 years, but that hunger burned for something better. And then I heard about this train called Onpassive, and I, at first, for about 20 minutes, decided I didn't want that train either. I said, no, it's just the same train, just a different name, right? So I get on that train. It only cost me $97. So next month I'm thinking, well, okay, how am I going to come up with that $97? And it's like the conductor says, oh no, it was only one time. The rest of this train's on me. And I'm like, oh my gosh, really? And he goes, yeah. And so I'm riding this train, and it's like the story. I see my destination, and it's like, can I actually make my destination? Can I? And another year passed, and this train kept moving. and it became a better train. It became a more productive train. And then I started thinking, maybe I can make that destination. Maybe this is the right train. Another year passed. This train's growing. The number of people on this train's growing. People are excited. People are loving each other and becoming part of each other's lives. We're not trying to push each other off the train. We're trying to pull people onto the train. That was different than the other trains that I were on too. That's a different thing. So then I'm moving, and all of a sudden it's like, I think I can. Another year passed. The train grew bigger, more exciting. The conductor would come back, and the engineer would come back and actually talk to you about the destination and how you are going to get there. Just if you're in this train, you're going to win. So that was pretty exciting news. And then the next thing I know, the engineer gave back my $97. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you mean this train's free now? Are you kidding me? And then pretty soon another year passed, and it became not I think I can, it became I know I can. I know I can. And somebody says, are you still riding that train? And I said, are you nuts? I'm never leaving this train. This train's going to take me to my destination. I'm going to be able to provide for better homes and help people and do the good things that I want to do. My destination is right there. I can see it. I can smell it. I can taste it. Okay. And not only that, but my destination changed. My destination used to be this small little destination. Now it's this huge destination. It's bigger, it's better, it's brighter, it smells good, it's clean. It's full of love, it's full of compassion. That's my destiny, is Onpassive, and I will never get off this train. That's
Eric, I'm bowing on you.
Yeah. I love
that.
this.
Was amazing. Please talk more. I can listen to you more. Oh my God. Is that what Marty says? Drop the mic. Right?
That's all I got to say. But I'm thankful for Ash, because he's not only the owner, he's the conductor. He's the guy that takes a ticket. He's the guy that fixes your pillow. He's the guy that brings you water. That's who Ash is.
Okay, I'm trying not to cry.
Yeah.
That was beautiful. You took us to the journey, stage by stage, all the way to tell us that you have a huge destination now. You also said you found people are so nice and nobody's trying to push anybody. Yeah, this is not, as Marty said, a business of competition. The saying that say, you cannot compete with me, I want you to win.
Yep.
That is the motto here. Thank you. I'm speechless. Marcian, your jaw dropped. I saw that. So with that, let's go to Lori. You want to share your heart, please?
I got to follow Eric. No, I'll tell you, I got here on a very special prayer back in, it was probably 2018, but I made a prayer and it was pretty personal to God and me, and I was in a pretty deep, and I said, I need an internet job, dear Lord. I says, I can't work on my feet no more. I says, I'm getting old, and I says, I need to be able to try something with the internet, and I was pretty adamant about what I wanted in my heart, when I was praying. And, it didn't come right away, of course, but, prayers come when they're later on down the road. So when I got into Onpassive, and then after I figured out and I seen and I heard of the mother's birth, and I've heard of, all kinds of things that gave me the clues that I was in the correct place. I heard that train from afar, and I went, oh, this is the train. I know it is. This is my prayer. This is it. So I says, okay, I am here. And I keep seeing my prayer just coming each day and each week. And I'm here every day, and I live with Onpassive in my heart with all of you. So, and I've learned so much, and, and that time that we've spent together all this time, was a reason there for that, for us all to bond and, and really build the family. And we need a huge family. The bigger, the better. So, and our family is growing and growing, and people are coming in and seeing things and going, wow. So I enjoy seeing people do that, and I enjoy everybody's heart is the same as mine, because I can feel, that you've got the vision, you got this, you can see what's going on. You got to have this to do that. And, like my vision changed, of course. At first it was internet. New internet stuff. I could maybe make money here, and I'm not an MLM person. I can't do MLM. No. Because, nobody believes me about anything when I come out with Bitcoin back in the day. 2014, nobody was believing me. My kids told me to shut up. Don't tell my friends about none of that stuff. Oh, boy, did they miss out. It was $400 back then. So anyways, needless to say, some of my Bitcoin got stolen through MLM. So, I lost out. So my bright, shiny star kind of went away each time. I thought I had that star. And then now when I talk to somebody and I say, I have a bright, shiny star, it's on the way. The world's going to be uplifted and things are going to change here real soon. But when I don't tell them about the star, I just tell them I have a bright, shiny star coming. So anyways, but that star is not gone away. That star is getting brighter and brighter. And that train is the right train. Like, Eric said, that train is the bullet train.
Mhm.
So I say a lot of things, let's see. I just know we're going to watch explosion after explosion happen, and I'm so excited, so happy.
Wow.
So anyways, you guys, I love you. And
Lori, you're one of the most gracious people I know. Calm and collected, always grateful, always patient. You just have this spirituality about you, and you've been through all kinds of lines of life, most interesting life stories, and you're still following your star.
I can't wait for them to get better. We'll all have to write books on our stories.
And isn't that interesting that so many of us are wounded by MLM? And that's how this is our last train, as Eric said.
Yeah, I never knew about none of that stuff. I just fell into it. I went and got a massage one day I had a car accident, and a whiplash, and I had to go to a medical masseuse. Well, the medical masseuse guy, he was a poker player that came to our games, and we knew each other. So I was greeted with him. He says, "You got to go talk to my dad, man. He never gets into nothing wrong. He always gets into good stuff. You got to get into this." And I just said, "Okay." So away I went, and I says, "Okay." And that was it. I met Gary, and Gary said, he goes to me, he goes, "Go to your browser." And I says, "What's a browser?"
Oh. Mm-hmm.
So I learned a lot back through then as what a browser was. But, I still got to learn computer stuff. So
And that's where Marty says you had the 2020 vision at your heart.
I see a lot of 2020 vision in many things that I look at, in everything that I look at. If I got to fix something, but I don't have no tools, and I got to create something, I got that 2020 vision to say, okay, if I do this, little twine, little duct tape, super glue, it works.
Wonderful. Wonderful. You've got our vote.
Right.
Miriam. Hi, sweetheart. The train is coming. What do you have to say?
I've been thinking about this the whole time everybody's been talking. And while people have been talking, this is what I've come up with. Trains are not quiet. Have you ever heard a train go down a track quietly? They don't go down a track quietly. They're noisy. You know, their bells going on. They're noisy. Okay, they don't go down there quiet. So that's a comparison to Onpassive. Onpassive isn't quiet. Onpassive is noisy, just like the train. The train lets you know it's coming by blowing its whistle. Onpassive is definitely letting you know it's coming. All right. When it comes, the whole world's going to know. And it's not coming quietly. It's coming with a loud bang, with an explosive, like everybody's been saying, because everybody's going to have it. Everybody's going to need it. Everybody's going to use it. It's just a matter of when. But on the Onpassive train left the station a long time ago, and it's not stopping. It's never going to stop. The train left. It's going. It's blowing its whistle. It's not going to stop. And if you listen real careful, you can hear it getting louder every single day. And not just louder, but you know what's happening? It's getting stronger. It's getting stronger and stronger, and it's about to explode. So when you hear the train, know you're hearing Onpassive. And when you hear the whistle from the train, know you're hearing Onpassive. And that's what I got.
Beautiful. Marty, do you remember there was a day that I had to send messages after messages begging Miriam to come to webinar? She was shy. This is not the Miriam that she was.
Yeah.
Great job, Miriam. We're proud of you. Your story touched Ash's heart too. I remember that.
Thank you.
Great job. Kevin, would you like to add to it? Kevin?
Hello, everybody, and thank you for inviting me to the panel. I don't know, I'm having one of those nights where I just feel like everything I was going to say, you know, it's been said or you've heard it from me already, you know. But I was sitting here thinking, you know, it's been a journey, been a few years, you know, and but my journey really goes back to 2017. I was thinking, I don't know if you guys know, I'm in a garage. I was sitting in this garage in the latter part of 2017, and my father just passed away. My dog had just died. I just lost my job. My finances were in the tank. My health was affected. I was really going through it. Later on, I wasn't able to laugh about it at the time, but later on, I used to describe that period of time as my life turned into a country song. And it was rough. It was a rough time. And somebody was talking about praying or asking God or something for this, or I think it was you, Lori. I think it was you were asking for this internet job. And I pretty much had it out. I'd gotten to a point where, you know, I'm no Job, you know what I mean? And I was in the ringer, and I was about done. Not the first time in my life. And I pretty much had it out with him. I pretty much said, you know, the summary was put me to work or take me out. It's pretty much the gist of the whole thing. And it didn't happen right away. That was, I think it was December. It was November, December 17. And as you all know, I didn't find out about Onpassive until October of 18. So it was an immediate answer, but I believe it was an answer. I believe that none of this is by accident. I can look back at my life, you know, my childhood, my young adult life, by married life, raising kids, career, military, all of it. It all brought me here. I can use all of it. I've been using all of it. Somebody was talking about a puzzle. I think it was Marty talking about 10,000 piece puzzle or something. Yeah, it's been a puzzle. We're all puzzle pieces, the way I look at it. A puzzle piece will fit perfectly with the pieces that are around it. It doesn't fit with all of them. We don't need to. We just need to find out who we fit with and work with them. And eventually, we're like a tapestry. We're all come together and we make a beautiful picture. Just because you don't fit, somebody doesn't fit with you, doesn't mean you can't work with them. The biggest mistake I think people make is just because we disagree, we can't get along. And that's just a crock. It's a crock. We're not that different. I want to be happy. I want to be healthy. I want to be free. And I think everybody else does too. And I think it's attainable. I know it's attainable. We've proven that. We've proven that these borders or these barriers that we used to think we have, they don't exist. Love exists. Love conquers all. And that's how we're going to change this world. Martin Luther King, he said that you can't drive out hate with hate. Doesn't work. Drive out hate with love. Drive out darkness with light. You want to be different, be different. Not easy, but it's simple. You start making better decisions. You start doing things different. You start showing this world that it can be different, and it will be different. I love you all. I love getting the chance to come on here and being with you. It's just really what it's all about for me. It's just being a part of.
Yes. Thank you, Kevin. You were concerned about repeating yourself, and you heard everything that everybody said. But don't worry, we need the repeat. This journey is like driving and meandering through curvy roads. When you drive, you have to be always vigilant to stay in your lane. And so talking about cybersecurity awareness, talking about trusting OES only, as Marty said, and don't trust anything else that anybody posts. Those need to be repeated. There is no over talking, over repeating that. We need to hear that to stay in the lane. You said that you were looking to be happy, to be healthy, and to be free. And that's coming through. That's right. That was, and then also, we now dare to dream. So that sums it up. We now dare to dream and see it possible. Thank you.
Thank you.
To Casey Zevenberger.
Thanks, Manu. Yeah, just exactly what Eric said. No, look, I jumped on the train back in late 2018. I didn't have too much to do at the time. I had finished work. There wasn't much work coming up in my industry in engineering and construction. And Onpassive came across my desk. A friend of mine here in Thailand showed me Onpassive. I looked at it for a little while and I decided, well, for $97, what have I got to lose? I've never been on a train before like this, any type of internet business. So I thought, hey, why not? Let's give it a go. I've got not much to lose and I'll give it a go. So I followed what Mr. Ash was doing on his first program that he had put together, back in the Go Founders days. It was all very exciting and we moved along, we moved forward. And then obviously, as we know now, Ash changed that program to what we have today. And it's just growing and growing and growing daily. It's an extremely exciting place to be in. I'm always waiting for the next bit of information. I'm always looking in my back office trying to, and the OES, trying to learn more and gain more information from Onpassive, and being here with all you wonderful people. Now, I believe we're at a stage that I've already passed through station 29 and heading for the top. Like everyone else, we're chewing our fingernails and we're waiting for that day when Ash says, bang, here we go. We're going to the top, and I believe everything that Ash has said. I'm 100% committed, and that this train will going to really take us to the top. And I don't think that train is going to be far away from a big station really, really soon. So I love everyone here. I appreciate being here. I love everything you guys say. Marty, Chris, of course, Manu, wonderful host, and everyone that comes here on a very regular basis to learn more about where this train is going. So thank you, Manu. Thank you for having me here. And
oh my
great
God.
to see you.
Yeah. How in the world would I ever get to meet someone like Casey Zevenbergen? You are the definition of loyalty to Onpassive. Your
I'm very loyal.
commitment, consistency, charm. Despite your poor connection, you never give up. You keep trying 6, 7 times every time.
Never
We
give
love
up, Manu. Never give up.
We love you.
Thank you.
We love you. I looked into how to travel and get to visit you, but that is
You're
hours.
always, it's a bit far. It's a bit far, eh, Manu?
Someday.
One day. I look
So
forward
with
to that.
that, yes, let's move on to David Switzer, please. You tell us what you think. Hi, Richard Lamott. You would be next after David.
Okay, you guys hear me?
Yeah, David.
Okay. Yeah, I just want to say something that Kevin, I want to tell you directly. I know what you're going through. I know you'll get better. My mom died probably about 8, 9 years ago, and she was very close to me. And bad thing about it, I lost my mom and I lost my dog the same month. So I know what you're going through, and I know you'll get over it. So, all right, getting back, what I want to, this is kind of what I would say. I want to say that I've been in marketing. I did marketing before I got in Onpassive, and I did it for probably about 2 years. And that's something that if you don't know anything about, you just want to stay out of it, because there's so much to learn about marketing, and it's just a lot of talking to a lot of people and messing with a lot of emails and stuff like that. And you don't know that you're going to get them for a customer or not, you know. And, you know, I've done all that. You got to learn about Aweber, and you got to learn about odaddy.com, OChamp. You know, I've done all that stuff. I've had coaching, and I had coaching in it too. But I had a hard time learning because I'm a little bit slow learning that kind of stuff. But anyhow, I've done it for 2 years, and it was a big company. It was a really big company, and I feel like I was really going to do good with it. And I went all the way up to Diamond, and you know, and went up to Diamond. It cost quite a bit of money to get that be up there. So anyhow, with Onpassive, that if I didn't market, I wouldn't know anything about my Onpassive. Because when I kind of got in Onpassive, I kind of know what it was, what I was getting into. But main thing, what I did like to hear about Onpassive, that really turned me on, that you got in it, you pay your $97, and you really don't have to do nothing. It don't matter what kind of education you have or how smart you are. It just kind of works on its own, and that's what I liked about Onpassive. What I really want to see is Onpassive. I'm not going to talk about money, but I want to see the income. I want to see the income come in. I want to see where I have to go to the bank and talk to the bank. Well, I need to get this account set up because I'm going to have an income coming in. So and that's what I want to see. I want to see an income where I have to go to the tax man and talk to the tax man. Hey, you need to get me set up so I can make sure I pay my taxes and make sure that I'm covered, because I'll tell you what, you don't want to deal with the IRS, because IRS is no fun to deal with, because I deal with them before. But anyhow, just make sure you pay your taxes. That's the main thing with IRS. You know, you have everything set up so that it takes a good tax accountant make sure you get set up with a good tax accountant until you get your taxes and everything paid. You won't have to worry that. What I want to be able to do is be able to go to. I'm having a brain fart here, but
we all do.
The thing is that I like to see the income come in to make the money that I lost in the past with marketing. That's what I want. That's my goal. And then be able to build that bank account up and be able to, Marty, don't be shaking your head over there. I'm watching you. I'm kidding with you, Marty. I'm just kidding you. You ever notice when Marty makes when he talks on the webinar, he say, "Oh, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding." But I'm just kidding with you right now, Marty, okay? But anyhow, that's the main thing is that I want to see what the money, the income that I lost, I want to get it back in my account. That way that I accomplished my goal. I accomplished the mistake I did when I did in marketing. So with Onpassive, I just feel like I'm going to grow and get that back and have a lot left over to be able to help my family out. That's what I want to do, help my family out. My wife, there's 12 years between my wife. I would like to see her retire someday early and be able to enjoy the rest of her life with not having to go to work so we can have money to pay the bills. That's what I'm hoping for. But yeah, I've made a lot of mistakes in marketing, and of course, I was eager to learn. That's why I've always been. I was eager to learn. There was new stuff in me to learn. I tried real hard and spent a lot of money, and it didn't work out. And I know a lot of people that's got in marketing and spent a lot of money, didn't make a lot of money in it. I mean, some people don't make no money at all in the marketing. So that's something you want to kind of stay out of, stay away from. That's what's so great about Onpassive. You pay the $97, you get it, and that's all you have to do. And some of you will probably get more involved with Onpassive. You know, like me, I'm a little bit slow learner, but I'm going to let it, over time, I know it's going to work out. But some of you will probably go get big someday. Might hire other people to help you. Someday you might have to go LLC. I know a little bit about LLC. I've done it before. But some of you, there's a lot of things you're going to have to do. What's nice about LLC, you got a business, you can deduct some of the stuff. Of course, some of the money you guys won't make, you don't have to worry about LLC. But anyhow, just remember when you do kind of make that kind of money someday, the people in the States, people in the United States, you're going to have to get registered. You're going to have a registered number to pay your taxes with it. And also if you have a state, like if you live in a state that takes taxes, you're going to have to register in that too. So anyhow, that's my goal right now is just, I want to see it happen. I want to see the income come in. That's what I want. I want to see that. And I want to be able to pay back what I lost in marketing. That's what I want. That's my goal. And set my family. I know you're cutting me off.
I'm not cutting you off.
I'm talking. I talk. I hardly ever talk. And I'm talking right now, and you want to cut me off. I'm
not.
I'm just kidding with you. Okay? Okay, that's enough.
Now I'd really cut him off, Minnow. That's what I'd do.
So, David, you're a family-oriented person. You always stay engaged. Would you mute yourself if you're not talking? Bruce? Okay. So, yeah, you say that you're a slow learner, but David, you accomplish so much on your regular lives on YouTube. And you said something that was interesting. You said you were also an MLM failure, but you are grateful that that's how you got led to Onpassive. So there was a blessing in that.
Well, I'll say one thing. I have my family, and that's in Onpassive, so I'm very happy on that part.
Wonderful.
I know that if anything I need to talk about, I can go to them, and they'll help me out any way I can. So that's what I enjoy about Onpassive. Even though Chris and Marty wants to give me a hard time sometimes, but that's okay. I love them, But
thank you so much for
Marty. I'm just
Okay, now I'm going to mute you. We're going to go to Richard Lamott. The topic is, I hear the train is coming. Things are happening. If you just briefly voice your
Well, number one, I want to say thank you to everybody a million times for the prayers, because as you know, my health hasn't been very good for 4 or 5 months. And number two, Marty bite me. And number three, I love all of you from the bottom of my heart. And Onpassive has done for me miracles. Now, to let you know the latest, why I'm here tonight, and I seem to be all happy, go golly, is because on Tuesday I got a CPAP machine. And I've been on that. When I went to the sleep clinic, I was stopping breathing 49 times per hour. I got, the lady called me after my first night, and she said I went from 49 times to 5. Today's my third day. I actually walked to the road and back without losing my breath. It's not oxygen, but I stopped having the nightmares. I stopped having the punching and kicking that I was doing all the time. I'm sleeping like a baby. And my puffers for my COPD, in the 8 hours that I was sleeping, I only took it once. So God works in mysterious way, put it that way.
Yeah.
And Onpassive, the people of Onpassive are awesome. They prayed for me, and prayer works 100%. So I want to thank everybody that prayed for me and kept on wondering what was going on. And I'm back, and I'm crazy again. So you can
Great.
send me in the corner again.
Thank you, Richard. Thank you. And the power of prayers is amazing, right?
Love y'all. Big kiss
Thank you.
and big hug.
All right. Thank you for participating tonight and sharing your good news with your health and your CPAP machine. We love you and we appreciate you. With that, let's go to Mamadou. Are you able to speak, or we should move on to somebody else? You're at work. Okay.
Yes. Yes. Hold on. Let me hide here so I can see something. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to my beloved family. Oh my goodness, the train is coming. Thank you, Miss Mino and Uncle Ron. Yes, the train is coming. My goodness, as the previous speaker said, it's roaring. It's not even, it's creating a lot of noise. And if you watch your TV, listening to your radio, you hear the companies are scrambling because they want to be left behind. Yes, June 26 will make me exactly 3 years and 8 months since I boarded this wonderful train. Yes, you see the way how I am smiling, because what this train has done for me, what I have gained, oh my goodness, it brought my outlook so marvelous. It makes me so happy. It gives me full of hope, because I know myself, my family, my community, and my country will be uplifted through this train that I boarded 3 years and 8 months ago. I don't have much to say. I just want to say thanks to my elder brother, Mr. Asmo Fare, for creating this train and allow me to be a passenger into this train. And all the passengers we are in, the encouragement, the motivation, the educational, the inspiration, everything they have provided for me. I thank you, and I pray that God Almighty will continue to love you, guide you, protect you, direct you, govern you, and bless you all.
Thank you.
You know, right now I'm at work, but I have to run here and say something to this wonderful topic. Thank you. God bless you. I
Thank you,
am in
Mama
this train, and I will be in this train until I know where my life will end. And I know my life will end, and the train will continue with my generation to come. Thank you.
Thank you, Mamadou. Thank you. We appreciate you. We love you. Thank you for the smile and joy and positive attitude that you bring to us.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
With that, let's go to the Queen of Caribbean, aka Brown Sugar, aka Hot Fudge. You're on, sister.
Hello, thank you, Mino. I was hoping you would leave me behind.
Not a chance.
Sorry.
The train is coming, Julie.
Yeah, it's amazing. Some 15 years ago, I had an experience, and I had not spoken to a lot of people about it. I think I spoke with my daughter about it, and I set it aside because it's not that I was not believing, but I was just wondering how possible that is. And allow me to share a little story with you, part of my life.
Of course.
Some 15 so years ago, I was going through a real rough time. Single mother raising 3 children on her own, struggling to pay my loan, my bills. It was awful for me. And the bank had just called me and told me that I was behind with my loan. And I left my home. I went to the bank, spoke to them. And they said to me, there's nothing they can do. So I was just walking through my town with my head bent and all gloomy. It was just a lost cause for me. And I was trying to enter a store, but there was this man on the doorstep. And I recall he was very dark man, an old man. And he called me and he said to me, "What is wrong with you? Why are you not lifting your head high?" So then he asked me to come to him. I stopped because at that point, I would have spoken to anybody, anybody. I just needed somebody to talk to. And this man told me about Onpassive. He told me my life story. He told me everything I was going through. And he told me about Onpassive. He didn't tell me, he didn't say it in terms of, actually telling me the name of the company or anything, but he just told me that I would have been in a good place in my life. I would have money, excess money to do whatever I want, travel when I want, and that sort of thing, have a good life. And I was wondering, is this man crazy? So he wished me well after we had a long conversation about half an hour, telling me about myself and everything that I was going through. And I walked away. When I walked away, I took like 3 steps and I turned around because my brain was trying to register what this man was talking about. And when I looked back, he was gone. This man was just gone. And I'm like, what the is going on? And now I realized that I had spoken to an angel. Who had revealed to me my destiny. Told me that I would have been on this train called Onpassive. And when I was given this opportunity on the 3rd of March, 2022, I held on for dear life. When I came in, I had no intention of being, running my own webinar, doing this and that. My focus was I came in and I would have been able to make some extra money to assist me and my family. And there was this burning desire within me just to do more, just to do more, just to go on. And Onpassive stretched me and stretched me to learn more, to do more, because when I came in, I wasn't really, tech savvy. I could have used a computer, but in terms of knowing AI and that sort of thing, I was a coconut head. But I met some wonderful people on this train. Some people who helped me grow, some people who helped me learn, some people who made me find myself, made me find a better version, build a better version of myself. I am so much more patient, let me tell you. I am so, much more loving. It has just turned me into a different person, and I'm loving who I am growing to be. And I thank God for this opportunity. I thank Mr. Ashmufar and his family for all of the sacrifices that he has made on our behalf, on my behalf, on my children's behalf, on my generations to come behalf. My family, a lot of them don't, speak with me. They don't, because it's like I'm in a different world. Sorry to say that, but I'd rather be on a webinar than being with some of my family members, honestly.
Surprise,
Because
surprise.
it's oh my God. It's amazing. It's amazing. And I'm loving every bit of this ride on this train. And I'm telling you, this train is bound for glory. This train is bound for glory. And we are supposed to hold on in this train in Jesus' name, because we all are bound for glory. Thank you, Minoo.
Beautiful.
Love you guys.
Julie, thank you for sharing your most private, chilling, spiritual life experience with Angel that you talked about. That was very profound. Thank you for your transcending prayers. It takes us to somewhere else when you pray. Yes, you are a loving person, and then you are more patient as you sit. I think trivia has something to do with that. Taught you to be patient. Thank you. Your story reminded me of the angel story of Marty DeGarmo. That would be probably another day he would tell us again. The angel that walked into his house and saved his ache and pain. Thank you so much. With that, I see that Carmela joined us. Carmela, hi there, welcome. The topic is the train is arriving, the train is coming. Speak to that briefly and we'll go to the next person.
Thank you, Minoo, for letting me the opportunity to say my journey with Onpassive. I'm in Onpassive since 2020. It was a mistake of someone put a link in. I was in a online group which sell online things, and she put in mistake that link, and I said, "What is that mistake? What is that link?" And she took it off. I said, "What is that link?" She said, "Oh, it's mistake. I'm sorry. It's secret. I can't give it to you." She was started scrambling and she don't know what to say. I said, "You already put it there. You must give it to me." So she gave it to me, and I didn't think even 1 minute. I immediately was in it. And then at the same night, I met Ashmo Farah first time. For 5 hours, I was listening to him and I fall in love for the first moment. This man opened his heart and I felt him from the beginning. I knew he's talking through, because when I came to Onpassive, there was nothing. There was only a story and a vision. And after a week, suddenly we have the first website. And then I'm here from that January, since that day, every moment. I went a beautiful group of peoples which I love and I really appreciate. And it opened my heart, and I'm in a bad situation in my country, which is not interesting here. And it's relaxed me and it chillaxed me, and I'm so happy that I'm here. And I know so many beautiful people with so many generosity and so good. We are a magnet of goodness. Ashmi Farah teach us with a long journey to open our minds and to have a new mindset. I have been changed myself, and I see other people changes. And I'm going to every night to Urban Life, and I'm there. And I even wake up in the middle of the night for it, because it's not my time. Here in Israel now, it's almost 6 o'clock in the morning, and I'm wake up from 2 o'clock in the morning just to be with Onpassive, because I so believe in it, and I know from the bottom of my heart that every word Ashmo Farah is telling us is true. I've seen him the last time when he was on, and he said, "I'm taking it in my hands. Now I'm going to handle it, and everything will be in my, like I will say." And I believe him. Everything is true.
Thank you.
He's going a very tough time now. It's not easy what he's doing. He sacrificed his life and his family for us. And we have to be grateful and to thank him and to pray for him every moment. And I want to thank you all. You are my new family, and I love you. And thank you for the opportunity to say my mission and what
Thank you,
I did.
Carmela. You're always grateful, and everything happens for a reason, right? So you getting into Onpassive was not by mistake, apparently. So you're one of the most loyal people and very committed. So thank you so much for sharing your heart. So the words that we've learned and keep hearing all these many years for Onpassive, some of them are paradigm shift, humane way, bridging the gaps, revolutionize the patient care, individual learning style, ethical consideration, alignment with human values and rights, careful consideration of privacy and concern, ethical implication, inclusiveness, supportive, beneficial technology for all, life enhancement while respecting humanity, AI with heart. Let's align your heart, our mind, and our spirit. Let's embrace the infinite possibilities that are waiting for us. Repeat these words to yourself. I am blessed and abundant. I attract positivity and goodness. I am love. I belong to Onpassive. With that, we go to Chris Johnson. We save the best for the last. You're muted.
Oh no, Mattel Smart showed up. He's going last. He's the best.
Okay. Vital, welcome.
Wow, I got nothing. You guys said it all. I mean, I don't even like trains. But, and I'll tell you why I don't like trains, because they ride a track. And to me, that keeps me combined, only going one way this way and one way back this way. I'm a free spirit. I'm a free bird. I like going everywhere. I'm like the Back to the Future guy where the train flies. That's my train. And the sad thing, Marion brought up a good point about how loud trains are. And I could show you 1,000 people that didn't hear it coming. They couldn't hear it because they couldn't think about it. They thought, come on, man. And that always bothers me, to be honest with you. I stopped letting it bother me because I walk away from this person, like all of you, because I've talked to just about all of you about this, is, man, I can't believe this guy don't see it or this girl don't see it. It's because they don't hear it. They don't see it. They don't feel it. Someone else told them, everything online is a scam, and that's all baloney. Because I'm going to be the first one to tell you, and I don't do it, but I know people that do it. There's all kind of ways to make money online. It's just a lot harder than Onpassive. You can hustle, you can bustle, you can do, I guess they call them click ads. I watch social media constantly. I'm a social media nerd. But I try to look at positive messages. One of my favorites is Denzel Washington. He's always got something great to say. And there's a lot of them out there. That's my train. It's been said by every great person in the world about failure. What's your circle? Or your square, we'll say, because we're on a computer. Surround yourself with some pretty cool people. Smart. Same-minded as you. And you know the truth? I like the back of the bus. I like the back of the train. I like the bleacher seats. You want to know why I say that? Because it's freaking real people that are back there. There are more caring people that ride the back than they do the front. Is it nice to fly first class? Yes, it is. I've done it 2 times in my life. And one of them was because they screwed up my seat and they gave me that one. And I was sitting with a bunch of gray poupon people. Didn't even want to have a conversation. When I sit in the back, there's always something going on, having fun. Real people. I love real people. Okay? I love freedom. I love the ability just to go where I want to go. And I'm retired right now, so I can do that a little bit. but I can't do it where I really want to do it. Just to get up in the morning one day, and I want you to think about this and say, man, I'm going to Hawaii. Don't even pack a suitcase. Just go. When you get to Hawaii, buy your bathing suit and your t-shirt. That's all you need. And have fun. This is what Onpassive is all about. Sometimes, in the past almost 4 years for me, I hear a lot of people, we're going to do this and we're going to do that. Yeah, we're all going to do all this stuff. I mean, I still believe in this company. It's all done for you. Do I want to help everyone out I can? Yes, everyone I can. I've done it most of my life. Do I want to jump on a plane and go anywhere in the world? Yes, I do. Do I want to be the third person that rides in Eric Kessler's Corvette? Yes, I do. Because he's probably going to scare the life out of me. But that's all positive things that we should think about. Listen, every one of us got bills or trials and tribulations. All of us do. Every one of us have gone through that or are going through it. All right? But I'm saying what keeps me extremely happy is knowing that all those people, and listen, we hear stories from all of us. Probably most of us know all our stories. And they are hero stories compared to what some kid is that's starving right now. Or some dude on the street because he had mental issues and the family said, threw him out on the street. Or a hospital threw him out because they closed because they weren't making enough money. 2 hospitals in Michigan with people for mental illness had nowhere to go now. So where do you think they go? They go back on the street. That's my train. I want to be able to pick all these people up and say, come on, I got a better location for you. Because that could be any one of us, any given time. How many people that someone got in an accident and they had a head injury? They need constant help. And there's places out there that used to help them. They just don't do it anymore. Some states are really good. Some states are saying, well, we don't have the money. Yeah, listen, that's BS. Every state's got money to support, I don't want to get into politicians or anything. I'm going to tell you what, I'm a proven fact that I can get on a webinar and I can raise money to help somebody. And I love that part of that. But when cities, states are shutting down school teachers, hospital facilities, nurses, everyone that is very, very important in this life, I have a problem. My train doesn't want to go that way. My train wants to go where the progress is happening. I, for once, would like to turn on the news and say we have a brand new hospital being built right here in Papua New Guinea, in Australia, in New Zealand, in Thailand. Because that's what really people need. We're going to have funding for just about everything, literally. My opinion. I want you to think about that. There are so many people in need right now. It's not even funny. I can walk a mile that way in my neighborhood, and there's an old guy or an old woman sitting at that bridge every day for 12 hours a day with a sign saying, please help me. I need food. Can you help? Spare change, whatever. That's every corner. That's in every state. People need help. I believe Onpassive is that help that they're going to need. I believe Onpassive is going to give them help. But educational help. People that have mental issues that are walking around. I mean, I see it in San Francisco. I see it in New York. I see it in some really bad towns. People are so drugged up, they don't even know where they're going. They're just walking in circles. And then there comes the guy in a business suit, walks right by him. That doesn't make sense to me. Do I expect the guy in the suit to say no? But I expect that guy to say, can I help you? What can I do for you? But they're too damn busy with their perfect lives to realize that that might be them someday. Because 90% of those individuals that are on the street were them at one time, except something drastic happened in their life. It was a loss of life, family member, and for some reason they lost the will to live. That's what we should think about. Absolutely, we're going to drive Eric's Corvette because I want him to. I want him to drive that sucker like he stole it. But I really want people to understand that this company was built with a heart, and it was built to help people and create wealth with all of us and legacy. But I'm going to tell you right now, Ash Mafara, he wants you all to be successful, which you will be, but he wants you to help him change the world. That's what he's really asking. Believe in him. Let me ask you this. Any of you, and of course you might raise your hand, do you think that you could do what Ash Mafara does or put up with the stuff that he has to? He doesn't give up. Does it come to crossroads? I'm sure he does. But that's an amazing individual that can do that for total strangers. That can do that for a lot of people that are just a pain in his ass. Sorry. True story. That's my train. My train is going to change different colors. It's going to go in all directions. It's going to stop when it sees someone lying on the ground. That's what we all need to start doing. And by the way, I was that guy one time in life who said, what a bum. He should just get a job. But see, we don't know what they're going through. We don't know what's in their mind or what happened, why they're out there. The sad part, there's a lot of vets out there that are standing on corners, sleeping in the streets. That breaks my heart completely. But to see an 80 or 90-year-old man or woman on the streets, especially in the middle of winter, that's heart-wrenching to me. We have the opportunity through Onpassive to get on this train and start high-fiving people, say, we're coming for you. We're looking to help you. When we really take off and we go viral, let's make a lot of noise like that loud train, Miriam. Let's let them know, yeah, we care about people. Ford Motor Company, the big three, other big companies, they don't really care about people. They care about paying their shareholders. That's pretty much it. Yeah, we all make jobs out of it. But technically, those people, they're going to the top, and you're still working for a little bit of a wage. Is that life supposed to be? No, hell no. We put ourselves in positions because we allow ourselves to be in positions like that, if that makes any sense. We have bad things happen in our lives for reasons. I believe that. Kevin's story. Lori's story. All of your stories. Julie's story. There's a reason, my opinion, is God does things for a reason in our lives to make us stronger. And the word, Lori, you were looking for was God's timing. And I'm a Christian. I'm a believer in God, and I'm never afraid to talk about it. That's my train. I believe in listen, there's no one else trying to do what Onpassive's doing right now. Nobody. Are there organizations out there? Yes, there are. Are they doing enough? They're trying, but they're going to need our help. Can you imagine if we got every single organization that feeds people, houses people, helps people mentally, helps people on drug addiction, alcohol addiction? Can you imagine if they all came together as one, what they could do? Welcome to the world of Onpassive, because that's the goal here, to bring people together and not apart, no matter what color you are. I've noticed a lot of people in Onpassive have dropped down their sheet. You know what? There's people in this company right now that might not have liked someone because of their color or their religion. All I see is people cheering each other on. That is the greatest thing I've seen in 58 years of, I told my age, 58 years of my life. Isn't that nice to turn on a webinar? And I'm not a big webinar fan. Ask Marty DeGarmo. Isn't it nice to turn on a webinar and see different faces, different colors, different cultures, different religions? And what are we doing? We're all talking together. That's what Onpassive has done so far. So when someone says, oh, have you done the... Listen, you just don't know because you haven't been here. There's people that hated each other 4 years ago, and they're best buddies now. They said, come to my country. I want to feed you. Let's have a party. That's a great thing, man. In this world, I hung up politics. I hung up watching the news. I do like watching movies, but positive movies. This is how I got to be for my life. This is me. If I don't see at least 20 things a day that's positive, I'm having a bad day. I turn on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, and there's nothing but thousands and thousands of people who are talking positive, telling their story, what they did to inspire the world. I can't wait to get them all on Onpassive. I really can't. Because believe it or not, every one of you watched a story on YouTube or Instagram or TikTok, and you're like, holy cow, that was pretty cool. Every one of you done it. And if you haven't, go try it because it's very inspirational. Stay with what people say that are good. If you listen to a racist, guess what? You're going to turn into a racist. But if you listen to someone that believes in the good of all, no matter what, that's what you're going to turn into. Enjoy your life. Respect everyone. And if someone is that way, how I look at it, I walk away. You don't know how many friends that I got rid of because I didn't want to be around their racism or their hate. Those people drag us down so far, it's not even funny. Now, I love my family, like who was saying about their family, Julie. We all got those, Julie, but they're still my family. And I'm still going to take care of them no matter what they think of me or not. Because that'll be my, well, I don't have to be mean like you were. Here you go. I don't ever want to be mean to someone because they were mean to me. It doesn't make sense to me because that's what stops the world. That's what stops the train. Just stay positive. No matter what time of day it is, someone's going to make you mad. I guarantee it. The bigger person, the better person, keeps their mouth shut and walks away because that person deliberately wants to drain you down. There's a lot of people that just want to suck the life out of you. Don't let them do it. When someone's sucking the life out of you, go on TikTok and look up positive quotes. And there's going to be sports guys, actors, regular people. And all of them say the same thing if you really listen to it closely. Failure is the greatest option we got. Surround yourself with people that's going to inspire you. One older gentleman says, surround yourself with people that when you come in the room, it puts a big smile on their face. One of my famous quotes. Now, I mean, his famous quotes. I love him for that. Or the beginning at the top of one mountain is just the beginning of another mountain to climb. Hey, man, I hope we keep climbing. I like a little task. But in this company, we don't have to do nothing, really. I like promoting it. I want to be the guy that's driving with Eric in his cool Corvette and say, you know, I got one at home too, but I really didn't have to do nothing. Either did he. That's not sticking it in someone's face. I'm going to be proud when I buy something. It's something I've always wanted. Eric is going to be crazy, crazy when he's driving that car. I'm going to tell you that right now. So I'm talking way too much. Stay positive. Stay loyal to yourself first. If you can stay loyal to yourself, you can understand the loyalty for other people that are working hard for you. I got nothing else, Minnow. Back to you.
I love it when you have nothing else to say. And with all of that Chris said, remember, we're not alone. We are part of a community of seekers, dreamers, and doers. with that, let's go to Vital. Vital, the topic tonight is the train is coming. If you share with us a few words, then we go to Mark Olson, and that would be the evening. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mina. After that drop mic session there, speech by Chris, I don't know what else to say. Chris, every time you speak, I see you speaking from your heart, AI with heart. That's what Mr. Mofari calls it. And, it's sometimes we got to step back and really take a look at this train that is coming. I'm on the train already, by the way. I'm on that train. And Chris, I know when you came to Florida, you ride on one they call Bright Line. Very nice and smooth, and take you through the country from Orlando to Miami very nicely. And I'm on a train with Onpassive ever since I came here in 2020. Chris, I heard you spoke about fear, and heard you talk about failure. I want to invite you all, because I'm doing a series of presentations called the fear of failure. And I did one on the Indian webinar today, and one supposed to hit my friend Julie Pierre's show on Wednesday for that same thing. And I want you inviting you all to listen, because it's all about the mindset. And I think I was a little fortunate when I came into Onpassive, because I had already had a business mindset. And my business background is mostly in the food industry, as most people know. Because when O-Bless was not very active, I was going around sharing some information about a machine, a new technology they call freeze drying. Freeze drying, where you can actually freeze products, and it has a 25 years shelf life. Store it and see the hunger that you're talking about, Chris. And I've been sharing that information with a lot of people, because I like to share. And then I looked around, and I heard everybody talking about the mindset all the time, and it seemed as if it just blows away, and people are not listening to what it really means. What it really means to have a business mindset instead of a 9-to-5 mindset. The 9-to-5 where you depend on somebody to take care of you, and in the business entrepreneurial mindset where you're writing your own check. You're your own boss. And I can't see how you can be your own boss and badmouthing your own company. How does that work? And so I remember when I first got into, I was a trained school teacher from Jamaica. I was in a classroom at one point. And I like kids. I like working with children. I like working with people. But I was not comfortable in that type of environment where I was always getting paid by somebody else who's finding my paycheck. I didn't feel too comfortable there. So one day I decided to make a change when I moved to New York, and I decided I was going to write my own paycheck. And I was working with some children, and I quit that job and told my wife, freak out my wife, tell her, look, I was going into sales. I said, okay, what does that mean? Well, are you going to be getting a guaranteed salary? No. I mean, when Friday comes, Monday comes, you're not going to know what your pay is going to be on Friday. I said, nope. I mean, that freaked her out. But I accepted the challenge because when I applied for the job, I actually lied my way into it because I had never done sales before. But I had was to prove to my wife that I was right. And even though, things was rough, I went out there and I started to work on a commission. Commission. That means on Monday, you don't know if you're going to get paid until Friday comes. So I had that mindset in business. I opened up my own. I was in the food industry. I spent my background in sales and marketing and management. And so I was on that train where I was always giving on the giving side to people. My family, I'm from a big family, and I'm always taking care of my youngest siblings. And so when I came and when I retired, and not retired, but when I found out that there was Onpassive, when my sister introduced Onpassive to me, I was not a happy camper. Everybody hear that story that she pulled me in here kicking and screaming because I didn't know what it was. I thought it was another scam business. And from I got on that Onpassive train, I realized that it was for real. And I decided to use I said, look, when I realized that there was something called O-Bless, and that I had a background in the food industry, and I know I had a lot of connection of people I've done business with, people I've built relationship with over the years. And even when I was building my business, I realized that you're nothing if you don't understand how to build relationship. Because no matter how tasty your product is, no matter how nicely packaged it is, if you don't understand and learn how to build relationship, you're not going to make it.
Thank you, Whittle.
You're not
That's
going to
right.
make it. So I want to say I'm here on this train with Mr. Asher and with everybody else. I love all my family members that I've met here. I don't consider myself a speaker. I'm more of a doer. I like to take up challenges and make it work. And so I'm looking forward to working with everybody. And I know I'm at the last year and I was stretching it a little, but God bless you all.
Thank you so much, Whittle.
Have a nice weekend, everybody.
We love you and appreciate you always. So a few last words. I know there are more people. We're going to have to leave for another webinar because people keep coming in, and it's been almost 2.5 hours of this. So thank you for understanding. Let's move forward with purpose and passion. On the other side of fear is freedom. Avoid limiting thoughts. Replace negative thoughts with positive affirmation, reminding yourself that you are prepared and you are capable. And know that you don't have to walk it alone. Stay engaged. Stay excited. The train is coming. Surround yourself with positive people, as Chris mentioned. Come to our webinar and let us love you. Go to Chris and Marty. Let them shine the light at you. Love you and have a wonderful evening or day, whichever it is. Bye-bye.
Night.
Thank you. Thank you,
Good night,
everyone.
everybody. Have a great weekend.
Thank you, Miss Minoo.
Good night, everyone.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank you so
everybody.
much.
Good night. I love you all.
Love you all. How you doing?
Have a
guys.
wonderful
Night.
night.
You can hear us,
Yeah,
please.
on the
Stop
right.
the
Right.
recording.
Says good night.
Bye-bye. Sleep well.
Good
Good
night.
night, everybody.
Mama
Yay! Have a wonderful
Ron, if
night
you can
and
hear
have
us,
a
please
wonderful
stop the
weekend.
recording.
All right, Mama do.
Yes.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Take care.
Good night, Narelle.
Hey, Richard. Good night. Morning here.
Good night.
Good morning, Narelle.
See you, mate.
See ya. See you, Casey.
Thank you, Minoo. We love you.
Bye.
Love
I'm
you
going to
all.
make sure Ron
Hey,
stops the
Benny.
recording.
Bye-bye, Dr. Benny. Bye-bye, Julie.